going on? What's up? What's happening? Friends and family and friends. Welcome to this week's edition of Grover Takeover. I am so glad to have you right back here with me. I am MT Grover. You know I am the Grover. Of course, before I get started, you know I have to remind you that I need you to please like. I need you to comment and let me know what you want to talk about. I want you to share, like I tell you every week. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you reach down and you click that subscription so that you know everything that I'm doing. And then the notification bell is going to let you be aware of all available content. Now that I got all that out of the way, I have a lot to cover, a crazy amount of stuff to talk about. Let me jump right in there, and I'm going to hop in with a somber moment. It seems like every other week I am talking about somebody that we have lost. And this week I have to talk about Mr. Gregg Leaks, an awesome, wonderful man. This is the husband, of course, of Real Housewives of Atlanta star Nene Leaks. Gregg has succumbed to his battle with colon cancer at the age of 66 years old, not a super old man, just an older man. 66 is middle age these days. You know, we're losing a lot of people for a lot of reasons. I'm so glad that it wasn't COVID that took him, but at least, you know, it sucks that he had to go at all. But, you know, he fought the good fight. Nene did announce back in June, that Gregg's cancer had returned, and it was pretty aggressive. She then came about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and announced that he was transitioning. He held on, and he did pass away on September 1st. Prayers for the family. Rest in peace. Gregg Leaks, everyone that has spoken about him has had nothing but good things to say because he was a great, great person. I am going to skirt right along. Drake has finally given us the Certified Lover Boy album. Now, we all know that he and Kanye West have beef. We all know that said beef just happened to be publicized right around the time that Kanye was about to release his album, right around the time that we've been waiting on Drake to release the Certified Lover Boy. You know, the Donda album came out last week. Certified Lover Boy came the very week after. And I'm going to tell you just like this, with their beef happening, you know, it's all AKA a bunch of publicity stunts. No, it makes no difference because all publicity is good publicity. That's why they talk crazy. That's why they do all the stuff that they do. Kanye got a lot of streams. Everybody was like, this is wonderful. We love this album. But Drake, the king of rap, the hip hop king of streaming, followed him the very next week and showed him really how to do it. Whereas, you know, Kanye had his 92 million over here and his 96 million over there. Drake fell in line with Certified Lover Boy and gave us hundreds of millions of streams. Everybody was trying to hear the album. Drake has been doing the same music for the last 12 years, y'all. And he wants y'all to know it. And y'all do know it because you stick in there. My thing, now somebody else said that and I took that because I thought it was really funny, but the thing about it is that he has been doing the same album over and over and over and over and over and over again, and we just keep eating it right on up. But it's okay. Everybody likes Drake's style. Everybody want to hear what Drake has to say. Everybody wants Drake to talk about the same thing he's been talking about. Drake is following the formula. Drake needs to stay in his lane and do what he does. The album is great. I'm going to be honest. I didn't spend a lot of time talking about Kanye and his Donda album because throw the whole rapper away. I'm about to skirt one more time. The album is out. You see the difference in when I talked about that and when I talked about Kanye? Hey, that's what happens when it's good music. Let's move right along because I got to talk about Lil Nas X because that's someone else that is putting out an album. Lil Nas X and his team, they got together and they decided, hey, the conversation goes like this. This is what I read. I'm just telling what they say. I'm telling you what they said to me. They were having a conversation about how this album is his baby. Someone said to him, you know what? This album is your baby. You should do a photo shoot, a maternity shoot. He says to them, that is brilliant. Goes out there, and now all of a sudden, here comes Lil Nas X with a baby bump, a prosthetic baby bump, doing the whole maternity shoot, flowers around his head, looking up into the sky, you know, turned to the side, revealing and holding the bump, caressing it ever so gently and slowly. So now he's a professional troll with a platform to troll on, and here you people come talking about, oh, it's too much. How am I supposed to explain this to my kids? Blah, blah, blah. Do not hide your homophobia behind your children. Because anybody with any common sense knows good and doggone well there's a simple solution to this. Hey child, come over here. Did you see this foolishness? Yes, parent, I saw the foolishness. Look here, child. Let me explain something to you. You do know that we talked about birds and bees, bees and birds. Hey child, I just need you to understand that men can't have babies, okay? Women have babies. This man is a clown. You know what a clown is, child? Yes, parent, but this person doesn't look like a clown. Hold it, child. Hold on, child. Hold real tight. This man is a clown. He's just a different type of clown. You know the clowns we see with the white makeup and the red lips and the big red nose? Yes, parent. Well, child, this is a different type of clown. This is a clown who just says and does anything for publicity. You see how I explain that to this imaginary child sitting over here? So it seems like to me it would be easy for you people to explain this to your real children. Lil Nas X is a clown. Lil Nas X cares nothing about doing anything except publicity. This is the same person as he is chasing the celebrity that he got from Old Town Road. And much like the way Michael Jackson sent himself to the grave trying to chase the celebrity of his Thriller album, which is one of the best-selling albums of all time in the whole entire world, Nas X is going to go down doing the exact same things because now for him it's become more about the antics and less about the music. And please be clear that Lil Nas X does some really good music, but now it's becoming more about the antics. He's more interested in making you idiots mad than he is in doing his good music because he knows that's what's going to get him publicity, and you feed right into it. How dare you sit up there as a parent of anything and see this? This is exactly why just because you have reproductive organs does not mean that you should reproduce, because some of you have no clue what it means to be a parent. You don't sit by and let your children see crazy stuff, first of all, but then if your children do have to happen to encounter the crazy stuff, you certainly don't sit by and say, how am I supposed to explain this to my child? You're going to have to explain a whole lot more than that to your child, especially if your child is black, especially if your child is a woman, especially if your child happens to be non-heterosexual, any of the LGBT, A, B, C, D, E, F, Gs. So therefore, you're going to have to explain the police. You're going to have to explain life. You're going to have to explain a lot more to your child than the fact that Lil Nas X is up there taking pictures with a prosthetic baby bump that you clearly know is not real. We all know Lil Nas X is not pregnant, y'all, and I want you to know it. So I want you to be better parents and not hide your homophobia behind the fact that you're mad because this boy is up here with a prosthetic stomach on and you know he's not pregnant. Woo, that made me upset. I'm getting hot. Let me skirt. I'm about to move on because I don't have time to teach you people how to be parents. I don't have time. Take some parenting classes. When you find out the baby is coming, take your behind somewhere and let somebody teach you how to talk to these children. If you don't know how to talk to your child and you can't explain the fact that a man can't have a baby to your child, I don't care if the damn child is, ooh, see? You made me say a curse word and it wasn't even a bad one, but I try not to curse. But I don't care if the child is a toddler, a 3 or 4-year-old, you have enough, I hope you have enough mental capacity to tell your child that men can't have babies and that Lil Nas X is a clown. Let me move on, because I'm skirting. The last thing I need to talk about is R. Kelly, Robert, Kells. I don't want to call your name. I don't, because it's literally like I might as well call Candyman. I'm scared he might come out here and pee on me and smack me around with his penis, or either tie me up and we're in a room and won't feed me and make me shit in a bucket. Damn, you got me again. I said another curse word and make me crap in a bucket just because he's evil. He is the pure T devil. If you have been following this case, then you know that R. Kelly is from the gates of hell. I don't know what part of Satan's butthole he shot out of, or maybe he came shooting right out of his penis, like one of his little sperms or something. But R. Kelly is evil, and he is the devil. And he also is ignorant and doesn't have good sense. And then somebody gave him a bunch of money, and he thought it was a good idea to hold women captive and carry on. But either way, the women have come forward. They're talking real good. Oh, he's made them smear the feces all on their face. Oh, he makes them crap in buckets. Oh, they can't eat. He's held them at gunpoint. Oh, it's some boys involved. He went down and put his mouth upon the boy's peen, put the peen out, no telling whatever he put on him and put inside of himself or anything else after that was done. The worst thing that happened is that the minister that officiated his wedding to Aaliyah came forward. R. Kelly did marry Aaliyah at 15. Excuse me, he wasn't 15. She was 15. He was 27. This has been, I don't know, I guess this has been kind of a thing that people have kind of brushed under the rug and not really talked about over these years, but it is just a fact. It is what has happened. Aaliyah, I am a huge Aaliyah fan. I was a huge fan of hers, I still am. And I always will be, because this is not her fault. Because Aaliyah was a child. Who are these people? Where are these parents? Every time that anybody is talking about anybody that R. Kelly got his hands on, the parents were the ones that brought the children to him. That is why he calls himself the Pied Piper of R&B. Y'all don't pay attention. Y'all know who the Pied Piper was? This was a man who walked around with a flute in his hand playing flutes, and the little children were hypnotized by it, and so they followed him. That ain't no cute nickname. That's not a cute nickname. That's not something that you're proud of. This man literally told y'all that he was trying to attract children with his music. He'd been told y'all he wasn't singing to y'all grown women, and y'all over here screaming and falling out about him. Either way, none of that is important. What is important is bad parenting. Stop having these children if you're not going to take care of them. Stop giving your children to R. Kelly, please. He's in jail now. Can he please have no more children? Maybe he might shrivel up and die like some vampire or something, because he doesn't have all this youth to suck out of. You see how old he's starting to look? Look how young he looked for so long. That's because he was sucking the youth out of these youngsters, female, male, hermaphrodite, trans, all of it. And y'all all sat by and let it. You fed your children to R. Kelly like he was the it down in the sewer drain or some crap. I don't know where Aaliyah's parents are in this. They haven't said a word. Oh, I know why they hadn't said a word. Because you let him have your daughter. Where were you when this 15-year-old was deciding to get married? Now, when they found out excuse me, be clear what I just said. When they found out she was married, they sure came out of the woodworks and got the marriage annulled. Why did they have to be married for 6 months before you ever knew that your 15-year-old daughter was married to a 27-year-old man? You want to know why? Because I said earlier, just because you have reproductive organs does not mean that you need to reproduce. This was bad parenting at its best. Now I see why her parents have kept quiet all this time. You know why? Because they're at home suffering, shriveling up and dying because they can't believe that they fed their daughter to this man for a paycheck. And when it paid off, they said nothing about it. Oh, I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Grover Takeover. Remember that I need for you to like, for you to comment, for you to share, like I say every single week. Please remember that I love you. You know I love you. Friends and family and friends. I want you to have a good day, to have a good night, and to have a good life. Tune in and come back and check me out one more time, one more again, for the next episode of Grover Takeover. I will see you next week. If the Lord wills, I'll be right here. Will you be here for me? I'll be waiting.